All right, we have got a package in the mail from our good friend Vashkovych in Ukraine. So let's give the utility knife a couple strokes on the rat tail. I don't like replacing blades. Even at work, I get 6 to 7 months out of one blade, just keeping them freshened up. And you can't do that with cheap blades. You can do it if you buy really good blades. You can resharpen them. I've resharpened them before. The first eighth inch, the steel all would be gone, and it's still taking an edge. Now, there is a point where your utility knives won't sharpen anymore because it is, tempered. The front of this is hardened. The back is not as hard in many of them. Let's get this cut open. Where are we at? Oh, there we are, right there on the edge. Ooh, I opened a box without destroying it this time. Sometimes I just end up destroying the boxes. Not today. We have some tissue. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll be saving this packaging to mail the harps to theharpery.com. Now, if anybody's interested in these, I will be putting a link up above here. There are also going to be a link in the description, a link at the end of the video, blah, 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 blah. Let's see what we got here. I believe these are the similar cases or same cases he sent last time. They're very, very smooth. They're not varnished. I believe they feel like they're waxed, which is a preferable to varnish. I do not like varnish on wood cases. It doesn't feel nice. But when things are waxed or oiled or done to this specification, it's very smooth and has a very, very nice feel. Ooh, let's look at this guy right here. Now they do have, I'm going to be cleaning them off, hitting them with the Mighty Mist in the in-between time, but let's just get a look at them. There's going to be a little bit of oil on them until I cut that oil with the Mighty Mist. The Mighty Mist is alcohol-based, so it's nice for cutting and getting oil off. And there's a little bit of the specks of tissue on there. Nice looking trigger. It's higher pitch. That's G or A, I bet. Just guessing on the dry tone. I like the case setup. The cases do work really well. There's kind of an elastic band. It feels almost like a hair tie, but it is affixed to the case so it doesn't get lost. And the cases, in my experience, do offer good protection. If we look at the hole, that's what I like to see in a hole. I don't like to just see round hole. I like to see an oblong hole so that the reed isn't pushed or pulled up. It should sit flat in the case. Similar to last time's. Same trigger shape. A little bit of what looks like to be solder. As is always, his gaps are always clean, always tight. The embouchures on these, where the teeth go, polished very, very smooth. I like that. Ooh, a little teeny one. This might be one of the smaller ones I've received. I don't have anything this small in my collection. I think the smallest one I have is a G2 in that design. Ooh, I like that. It looks rough, but it actually, when you run your finger across it, it's very smooth. For a nice little bit of a swell at the base. That's a nice touch. Same trigger shape on all three of them that we've undone so far. Looks like a little bit of, oh, that's not braised. That's a little bit of tissue paper left in there. That's G or A, I bet. See what all we got. You can't see it, but there's actually a wire from my microphone right in front of where my arms are. Whoa, it's quite distracting. Sometimes if you know, if you do any overhead shots for your unboxings, you know, it can kind of be, take some getting used to. It can kind of be a little bit bewildering looking down. I'm not actually looking at the harps. I'm actually looking down through the camera. That's why the next shot I'll be actually seeing these harps for real. Ooh, these are like some dimples. Oh, look at that. We see tempering marks on here. That's lower. That's bottom mid-range. Then we have the monstro. I've already got a monstro in my collection. The monstro are bigger, bassier. Really, the one I have is buttery, which I'm thinking this one's, it's got a little bit of snap to it, but it's got a little bit butteriness too. High levels of fit and finish with the Vashkovych Drymba, as is per the usual. Pretty identical trigger shape. Only variance would be that the shape's the same. The height is what varies from small down to the very, very large. So the height's changing on these. Let's see the next lowest one. Yeah, that. Boom. So let's go ahead. We're going to hit them with the Mighty Mist. And we're going to come up here. We're going to get an ear on these. Let's see how they sound. All right. Let's get into this. This is my second time shooting this. I had played 4 of these harps, and then I realized that my wonderful Shure microphone had muted itself. Shure microphones are absolutely fantastic. However, I don't know why if you bump them, they will automatically mute. It has been that way on the last 3 Shure microphones I've gotten. I don't know why that is. So Shure, get your act together. Don't mute. I've lost so much content with muted microphones, but that's okay. This harp here, I had guessed it. I played it and guessed it in the last video at around G2. And it was G2. So we have G2, 440 hertz, really tight gaps. The compression is okay on it. Yeah, we have one side touching first. Very, very clean tone. I'm actually able to play this G2 outward as well. But I much prefer the towards yourself pluck. Yeah, I'm going do, re, mi, fi, so, so, do, re, mi. Yeah, very, very good melodic tone, good sustain. A little bit of a snap to that. It's got a fast snap to it. Really good work. I'll wipe it free and clear of moisture and then hit it with some coconut oil. The next one here is an A1. Really, really nice tone out of this one. Now, I have played these previously because the whole entire video ended up getting muted besides the overhead unboxing shot. Nice gaps. Compression's okay on it. Nice bell ring, really long sustain. Do, re, mi. Fi, so. Ooh, nice. I'm getting second finger mutes out of this. Really, really good. I'm liking that. Let's play. I'll hit it with the coconut oil. And the way I'm finding the tunings on these, I use the tonal energy tuner, and it'll tell me what frequency it is, and also I'm in 440 hertz scale, but I can also change the scale to a custom scale like 432 or whatever, and it was like $5. Mark Groudon from the Mel Harpers is the one who recommended that to me, and I'm really glad I bought it. I think it was like $5 or $6 in the App Store. Now you can get tuning apps for free. I don't do that because I don't want the apps to steal and harvest data off my phone, so I always pay money for apps. I'd rather own it and be able to keep it and have some control over what information it can access. This next one here, ooh, F2. Do, re, mi, fi, so, so. I've been really practicing slurring my open close and hitting, precise tones and not just hitting random, because it's easy for me to just to hit random open closes, but I've been really working going to the Mel Harper's weekly Zoom lesson to learn how to have more precise control of my tones and take steps towards some musicianship. But I really, really like F2s. Let's see. Ooh. I won't add it to my collection because I've got too many F2s. The compression, it's pretty decent. Gaps are very tight. Tone is... I'm getting both strokes in both directions. Okay. Yeah, really, really nice F2. Pretty much I've done, I don't know how many unboxings of Vashkovych I've done, but pretty much everything I've got from him over the past 3 years has just been top-notch, killer quality. Now let's go to the dimpled-looking harp. Let's see where we're at with it. Oh, I really sprayed that one heavy. Let's see here. Here we have Mr. Dimple right there. The gaps on it, pretty even compression, pretty tight. Got a little bit of coconut oil and cleaner left in the gaps. Let's see where we're at with this. Let's see if I can guess it. That's G1 maybe. Oh no, it's F1 sharp, F1 sharp G. So yeah, I was within half a step. F1 sharp, 440 hertz. Ooh, that is basic. That is a harp that is drippy. Lots of sustain. Let's just let it ring out. A lot of modulation you can do on that. Ooh. Oh, dude, that one. I want to add that to my collection, but I probably shouldn't. I have so many harps. I love that harp. That is a meditation station harp right there. We got one more harp. We got the Monstro, the biggest of them. I'll see if I can guess the tone. I'm good at guessing tones in between like about A1 and G2, or getting better at guessing tones in between A1 and G2. Once you get in the single octave below like A1, I'm not as good, but I'm going to continue to practice. And the way I'm continuing to practice is I play a harp, and then I have my tuner there, and I look at my tuner and see how close I am. I did this same type of thing back when I was like 14 and 15 years old. I was living in Northwest Kansas, working for lots of farmers, and I would have a watch on me so I'd know what time it was, because this was a time before I had cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone until I was like 19 years old, like 4 or 5 years later, 5 or 6 years later. So what I would do is I would just guess what time it is and look at my watch. And after a while, I got good at guessing fairly accurately, getting, within the ballpark of what time it is. I've been doing the same thing with harps, playing them, looking at it, and then playing it with my eyes closed, guessing what tone it is, and then looking at it. Let's see what this one is. I'm just going to close my eyes and guess. That one was F sharp we played before. This one, F sharp. I'm going to guess D1, but down in the lower single octave, I'm like, I don't have a lot of experience at that lead. So let's see what it is. I guess D1. Oh my goodness. That is deep. That is a B0. I was B0, C1, C1 sharp, D1. So I was like three-ish notes away. This one is bassy, dude. Drip, man. Ooh, that's got a trippy third. Oh, and he marked it too. Right on the back, he's got B0. VH. Is that the only one he's marked? That's the only one he marked. Oh, we're going to wrap it up with that. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Make sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them old. But most of all, be good to each other. And there's going to be a pop-up here at the end of the video. Also a link in the description. Blah, blah, blah. You can go to theharpery.com. Love y'all. Harp out. And a big thank you to Master Vashkovych for sending these fantastic Drymba. Love y'all. Harp out. I really want to throw this one in my collection, but I won't do that because I really, really love that third finger mute. I'm going to leave it for somebody to snatch up. Harp out. I just put a harp in my mouth backwards.